Hello, welcome back to my channel. You may have saw me doing my hair yesterday. If you saw that video, don't judge my hair. Seriously, I'm gonna end up cutting it all off. I'm almost done detangling it. Not quite. I've done like this much so far, but that top part, I'm taking a little break. Yeah, never doing that again. So I wanted to add my 2 cents in to this whole Godfrey situation. Now I know my video will probably not reach that many people. I'm not really well known or anything like that. I'm very much new, but like I honestly believe that this new wave of women are starting to come to light, especially on many YouTube spaces and in social media spaces like TikTok and Facebook. Especially I feel like with Facebook, because a lot of women, even if they don't follow certain creators, for example, I follow this black femicide page, and I remember commenting, and a couple girls didn't know about the creators that we're talking about, but even them, they're starting to have some like sense of discernment, because they're starting to realize that certain things that are happening in our community is not right. The way women are being treated is not right. The way kids are being treated is not right. And also this lack of protection, this lack of not caring when people go missing, when women are just being murdered by their partners and stuff like that. It's just, people are really starting to pay attention to this whole one-sided loyalty. And I remember reading this book back in college, and it's called Sojourner's Passport. And it was recommended to me by a friend, because I never understood why she never really cared about certain things that happened. That's when I was basically very pro-black. I wasn't pro-black, but that's when I was, like a computer warrior arguing with white men or white women in comment sections about certain things that happen in the community. I was very much pro-black, so I remember reading this book, Sojourner Passport, a couple months later, and realized like what this lady was saying, and then doing my own research, and then finding a like-minded community of women that also feel the same way and think the same way. Well, not really to think the same way, but have the same type of awareness that I found in that book. And I don't know, man, I just thought it was very interesting, because I feel like if you really start to listen to different types of women, and especially women that are educated on like certain things that happen in the community and like statistics, you really start to open up your eyes to like what's going on. And even when I was in college, okay, I learned about like certain things that happen in the black community. I took a couple sociology classes, read a couple of books, and to me, reading these books, have you ever got this feeling that when you read some books, there's never a kind of a solution? It just feels like they're explaining the problem, they're explaining why it happens, but there's never like a concrete solution to how can we fix it without relying on white people. Like, white people are not going to fix your problems. And I slowly but surely begin to get out of that phase of being pro-black. I remember having an argument with my older brother, and he made up so many excuses to why the black men are the way they are, why they can't get any better. And it's just like, that doesn't sound like hope to me. It kind of sounds hopeless, and I don't want to align myself with a group of people that have a hopeless mentality. It's kind of like depressing. Like, why can't you think further beyond your scope? Why can't you not only view your past as something that happened in the past, not only view your history as something that happened in the past, but also pressure for you to move forward, to do better, to do good by your ancestors? Why can't you do that? But a lot of people, they don't think like that, especially a lot of these like a lot of these professors, these historians, these black historians, they are just academics that are making a bunch of excuses for the men, and it's really kind of depressing. And a lot of them, most of the time, they have an agenda, and it's just, I don't know, I'm rambling, but so men like Godfrey are a dime a dozen. I'm at the point where I don't really believe that black men care about women. Like, I know there are a selected few because I have met some good men that are decent, but you cannot, I'm not easily skewed. You cannot really control me. I'm just at the point where I don't believe that they really care about black women. I feel like a lot of the things that they say, and I've said this under Godfrey's post, I feel like a lot of the things that they say is very ostentatious at best. They don't care about what happens to us, and they just want to do what they want to do. What they want to do is blame us for everything, and that's it. So I don't care because they don't care. Obviously, I care about myself and I care about what happens to other black women, but I don't care about the men that don't care about me. I'm for the women that put themselves first. So I just really wish that black women would stop following men that do not care about them. I just wish that we would just move with like more discernment when it comes to these men. Honestly, you should have discernment with all men, but especially I feel like black people, black men, you really have to have discernment because a lot of them will just try to like use you. And there's a lot of instances where these celebrity men have used women, black women, and don't care about you. So it speaks to how insecure we are if, well, I'm not, but it speaks to how insecure they are, if anything. Like, I don't know. And I remember I was looking at his video the other day and just hearing how he talked about women like he wanted to fight women. Like, we're really, black women are really desensitized to abuse, and it's really sad. So I'm really happy that some women are starting to wake up and see that, hey, it's okay to expand our options. It's okay to want more out of life. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to have an education. It's okay to not have an education. It's okay to start a whole your own business. It's just okay for you not to do things within the black male gaze. Like, live your best life and don't care what anybody says. It's okay for you to rock your natural hair every now and then. It's okay for you to wear wigs. Like, who cares? Be unapologetically you. And I'm really happy that a lot of black women are starting, I wouldn't say like a huge, but like small numbers, and I feel like that's all we need to get a lot more coming, are starting to like realize that you gonna get one life. And yes, a lot of the things that happen to us are very unique and a misfortune, if anything, but you only get one life. So just be unapologetically you, and that's about it. If anybody perceives you as being aggressive or mean, that's their issue. You just have to not care. Literally not care. When you start to not care about what people think about you, how they feel about you, or if even if you're their preference, when you start to not care about those things, your life gets a lot easier. Like, I don't care. I remember, and this is a little rant, I remember like being working in this place, and this was a very all-white place, and I would come into work every day representing my best self, and I knew that one of my managers was colorist, the other one was racist, the other girl was a hater, the other boy was racist, and he, even though he wasn't black, he was Asian, and he only liked white women. And I know that a lot of them, like, the way they saw me is they saw me as this bubbly black woman who is not the statistic, and they did not like that. But every day I came in with my best self. I didn't care. I looked beautiful every day, continually breaking down every stereotype they ever thought about me. And I did not, and here's the key, I did not seek to change their mind. If someone disrespected me, I would let them know, but my aim wasn't to change their mind. My aim was just to be my happy, bubbly self, and that's it. And that's all you can be. And you'd be surprised how many people will gravitate towards you when you are yourself unconditionally. And as for that work environment, I no longer work in that environment. It was honestly very toxic though. And it was honestly like mentally, some might even say a little mentally challenging to even work there. Not mentally challenging, but like mentally strenuous. Like, it was a little exhausting sometimes, but I got through it. But I'm happy I'm no longer in that working environment. I don't know if y'all ever seen like the show Love Island. That's a okay. It's not the same because I was in an office, I was in a professional environment, but how they would treat the dark skinned girl, that's my experience. They're only, I wasn't the object of everyone's eyes. I was more like the girl who was, the pretty black girl, but people would be passive aggressive towards me. People would often not give me the benefit of the doubt. People would try to stereotype me or stereotype people like me, and I would have to check them. So it was like in that, it was like it was like I was on Love Island, but in like a professional capacity where I wasn't the object of everyone's, I wasn't the object of what everyone wanted. Like, what people weren't trying to pursue me, but like I was the object of them always trying to scrutinize me, if that makes sense. But yeah, you just really have to just be unapologetically you and put yourself first. And I would say the best thing is to detach. Detach, just like stop caring about everything. And what do I mean by stop caring? I mean just don't think about it. Because the moment you spend time thinking about it, that's when you that's when you kind of start to care. And she Raw7, a YouTuber, I really like her. She made a really good video about it, and she explains it really well in her video. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is true, and this is how I've learned to stay mentally sane, is just by not caring. Because if it's not paying your bills, if it's not affecting you, the air you breathe, then you just can't care. So yeah, people like Godfrey, comedians like Godfrey, are black men like Godfrey are a dime a dozen, and you just have to not believe shit that they say, basically, until they show you through blood, sweat, and tears that they actually care about you. Like, I can see if he was building something, trying to promote positivity, or trying to encourage black men to do better. Like, I could respect a man like that, like a Lennon Honor. He's on YouTube. Like, someone like him, like, that's always trying to point out the lies in other men's in Umar's ways. I could respect men like him. And there's another guy that a couple of guys, but I can't respect someone that talks about, and these comedians that's always using black women as the butt of every joke. It's just so tiring. Like, if y'all don't get some other profession, and I don't even like the ones on TikTok anymore, because there's ones on like TikTok and also IG. They'll like be comedians and always making fun. And have you ever noticed on every social media platform there's always like a black man making fun of a woman dressed up in a wig? And then the black woman, what really pisses me off with them is that they want to be so lighthearted and happy and fun, and they don't even care. Like, they don't even see the issue with men making fun of you. You're leaving room for other people to make fun of you. Somebody said that, and it's true. When you tolerate people like doing shit like this, you leave room for other people to drag you and always, view you as the butt of the joke. So if we can have more respect for ourselves, like, it's not like being uptight, it's just about respect. And some things are very disrespectful, and on top of that, it's a history of disrespect that is the issue. And it's something that I feel like a lot of black women really need to start to pay attention to. You gotta teach kids to have integrity. Teach these kids to stop making fun of little girls for having their natural hair. I'm sorry, I live by a street. Like, I never understood the little boys that would make fun of the black girls for having quote unquote nappy hair, but they have the same nappy hair that grow out of their scalp. Like, I remember getting into arguments with little black boys about it. You're black, I'm black. I'm sorry, I live with some freaking annoying ass people. So yeah, I don't know, I've just never understood that. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video because there's some people that's loud on my stuff. Have a good one. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and subscribe if you like my comment, if you like my video. comment.